Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So I want to make a public apology to everybody watching this video. And the reason I want to apologize is because yet again, I'm making another video about Yasir Qadhi. I'm sorry. I know. Before you click away, just listen. This is going to be very short, inshallah. Okay, I said I'm not going to make any more videos about it. I'm going to move on. Inshallah, after this one, the next video, I promise it's not going to be about Yasir Qadhi. But the other videos I made, they were long, they were in depth, and I understand it's 2019. We need it quick, short, to the point. So I'm going to make this as short as possible, as clear and concise as humanly possible, inshallah. Okay, so brothers and sisters, first of all, there's a trigger warning. If you feel like you cannot handle hearing anything critical said about Yasir Qadhi, then either click away or brace yourself. Okay, I'm going to say something somewhat critical. I'm going to try to point out something that I feel he made a mistake in. Okay, I think most of you will be able to handle it, inshallah. But for those of you who are very sensitive and you struggle to hear anything said about him that could be critical, I just wanted to give you a trigger warning. Okay, so this is a quote from the podcast. All right, the interviewer said to Yasir Qadhi, Aqidah in general, the way it's taught and studied from different schools of thought, it's taught as something black and white. Yasir Qadhi responds, and every school teaches this, and every school is incorrect in this regard. Okay? So, many people are saying, why are you refuting Yasir Qadhi? Who are you to refute Yasir Qadhi? Humble yourself, okay? Do you understand this quote? Yasir Qadhi is refuting an innumerable amount of mashayikh. Do you understand what he's saying? He literally says, brothers and sisters, and every school teaches this, and every school, and then he sighs because what he's about, he goes like, he makes this noise because it's like what he's about to say, it's just so major, okay, is incorrect in this regard. Every school is incorrect in this regard. He is refuting every school. Do you understand how many mashayikh he is refuting? Who am I to refute Yasir Qadhi? I'm nobody. All right, who is Yasir Qadhi to refute every school, brothers and sisters? Now, again, I'm nobody to refute Yasir Qadhi, but let me say, brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah, I did get a bachelor's at the Islamic University of Medina, and I studied theology. If you look at my diploma, it says that my major was da'wah and theology. We focused on aqidah more than the other faculties. Now, I didn't make the curriculum there. They didn't teach me things that I then used my intellect to try to, say what I'm saying today. I'm just passing on, brothers and sisters, the information that I learned from the mashayikh there at the Islamic University of Medina. All right? If you think that Yasir Qadhi knows better than them, that's your decision. It's up to you, okay? But when you're comparing me and him and acting as if I'm refuting him and neglecting the fact that he's refuting all of the schools, I'm just trying to bring that to your attention so you can make an informed decision about what you do. Now, essentially what Yasir Qadhi is saying is that Aqidah was a development, the Islamic belief, Islamic theology, your belief in Allah, that it was a development. Okay, what does that mean, development? It's something that comes over time. What do they teach at the Islamic University of Medina? They teach that, no, if you want to understand Aqidah, you go back to the Prophet ﷺ and the Quran. You go back. It's not a development, whereas the further you get in time, you get more intellect. Okay, and this is why that analogy regarding physics was so problematic, but yet at the same time it really was illustrating what he seems to believe. That over time physics, what did it do? It developed. And that's what he's saying about Aqidah. Now, indeed, the way that you study theology at the Islamic University of Medina is you learn that Allah preserved the religion, He preserved the Quran and Sunnah, and that is the proper belief in Allah. You refer to the sources, Allah preserved it for us. We know what to believe because the Prophet ﷺ taught us and his companions, and they passed it down to us. Okay, it wasn't a development that we had to later on try to figure out for ourselves. So when they teach you Aqidah at the Islamic University of Medina, they teach you the Aqidah of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. And yes, it is black and white. There is a correct Aqidah. That is how they teach it. And one of the ways that they teach it is they show you where other strands of theology went astray and they, yes, refute it. But you know what? Other strands of theology, they do the same thing. They talk about how they are correct and how, for example, the Aqidah of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah is incorrect. And that's why when Yasir Qadhi says all of the schools teach it this way, they all teach that it's black and white, he says they're all wrong. Because what is he saying? He's saying that essentially these are human developments, okay? That none of them, he's not even saying any of them are correct. He's not even saying which he believes in. He's saying that he won't pigeonhole himself. So I just wanted to explain to those of you who may not have understood what he's actually saying. He believes that our Islamic belief is a development. He said that all of the schools are wrong because they teach it as black and white. They teach that there is actually a correct belief in Allah. Now, one might ask, why is Yasir Qadhi doing this? Why would he say this? It seems like what he is going with is he's about uniting the ummah. He wants to unite everyone. He doesn't want us to argue about what is the correct belief in Allah. He wants us to all just join together, whether you're this one or that one, just all come together. And that seems to be his goal. Allahu A'lam, but that's how it comes across to me. Now, there's a couple of things about that. Number one, is that even Islamically proper to do that? To just say Aqidah, theology, belief in Allah, belittle that and just come together? Is that what Islam teaches? But let's put that to the side. I feel like as somebody who grew up as a Christian in America, I saw how the Christians went down this route. They went down this route of belittling the teachings of their religion, watering it down, making it so that, yeah, everyone's a Christian, just believe in Jesus, you're going to heaven, and that might work for a generation. Everyone joins in, sure, that's easy, let's come together, we're all Christians. But from my own personal experience, what happens, since that there's no real solid foundation at all regarding your belief, regarding the teachings, the following generation leaves it. I left Christianity. Pretty much everybody I know who I grew up with left Christianity. The United States used to be a Christian country, and there was actually signs of it being a Christian country. That no longer exists. So I feel like, without even getting into the permissibility of this behavior, Islamically speaking, I don't think it would even work. I don't think it would even work because I think everyone would join together on something that is very superficial and water down the deen. And I think that following generations would then completely leave the religion. So I don't think that this is just some little insignificant thing. I mean, there are other things that we could speculate, but I would rather not speculate. I think there are people behind the scenes who know Yasir Qadhi personally, who have certain inside information regarding what happened to him at Yale and over the years how he changed. But since I'm not part of that, I don't want to speculate, but there are theories floating around there. Allah knows best. Anyways, I hope this video was short enough for all of you. I hope that perhaps if you were confused before, you understand a bit better now where I'm coming from and why I felt the need to make these videos. And Allah knows best. Inshallah, the next video will not be about Yasir Qadhi. May Allah guide all of us to what's best. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.